Not only
Seriously?
It's been a month since Suzanne and I came back from our honeymoon in Singapore and Indonesia. We arrived back on a Sunday, and on Monday we had to get back to work. But this month we finally had time to run some errands, change the interior of the house, paint some pots that we always wanted to do, and get like a lot more plans for both the bedroom and the bathroom. On top of the dining table we finally have a lamp from Normann, Copenhagen. And we also got some side tables from Ju. These are from G-Plan. And from Marktplaats we actually found a cabinet that perfectly fits in the corner of the house. For quite some time we looked for these kind of furniture, and this one as well, the secretary for upstairs. It exactly fits where we wanted it, so that's really great. And we also started using the fireplace at our home, and yes, that is very, very nice. It's very cozy, of course, watching Love is Blind. I mean, you hate it and you love it at the same time. Besides that, I think a lot of cooking we did this month, experimenting a bit with like vegan nachos. But in general, just trying out a few more different dishes and spending more time cooking. Because yes, it does get very expensive when you're eating out a lot. Pancakes on a Sunday morning, but now and then definitely Nemo's for the best burgers in The Hague, but also trying to do these slow cooked beef now and then. And as always, I really enjoy cooking, and while I cook I like to watch cooking videos like any other cooks doing anything, not even for the recipes but just watching other people cook while I cook. I mean, it's such a vibe, I guess. Also visited Pita House, Ali's Incredible Sandwiches, and the Indonesian place, of which I forgot the name of. Besides that, Suzanne and I had time to catch up with friends, talk about the honeymoon, talk about the wedding. So we visited quite a lot of friends and family this month. Here I'm at Margise's place, who cooked us a really great dinner as always. Case got his PhD, and we also went to Vincenzo's, which is always, I think, is 7.5 out of 10. And Önder also got a baby, so we went there to see the baby at the hospital. And this month was also Rachad's release party of his book called Naim, N-A-I-M. It's a book with poems. It's really beautiful, and it was such a great vibe to be there in Amsterdam at his book release party with all of his friends, or very talented friends.
not only because I knew there was
And luckily he also read something from his book, and we had some cake and fun. The rest of the month it has been a lot of cycling, working out. So luckily the weather in general has been pretty okay. And also with my office now being in Rotterdam, I try to go to the office at least once by bike. And the great thing is that the office has a shower, so if I want to take a shower that's also possible. And in the weekend, I think this is the first or the second weekend, I cycled with Suzanne, also to check the furniture places actually, and the weather was still pretty great. But towards the end of, right now it's the 14th of November, it's getting worse and worse, it's getting colder, and not so great to always cycle in this weather, getting very cold hands.
Seriously? One of the best things about cycling a bit more in the cold is definitely that it's like so quiet, no one there. Okay, almost no one there.
So besides a lot of cycling, going from and to work, and also going to and from cafes and like doing groceries, I also went to the gym twice per week. Mostly I don't take a lot of content anymore of the gym or the workouts or anything, but here I'm doing, I think, 140 3 times a deadlift. So really trying to get back into going higher reps and more reps and really getting a better form with deadlifts. So besides visiting family and friends, cycling, working out, changing the interior of the house and cooking a lot at home, we also have to work, of course, and I made a separate video what I do as a product manager at Envision, or at least one of the things that I do at Envision. And one of those things is going to these conferences or gatherings and talking about the Envision glasses, which are AI-powered smart glasses for people who are blind or have low vision. And there, for me, the goal is to really explain either to the end user or to a lot of stakeholders why this product is such a great productivity tool, but also to gather insights and see how we can improve the product. Besides that, I think also in the last video I explained that our office moved from The Hague to Rotterdam. So before I was able to cycle to office within 5 minutes, and right now that takes definitely an hour. But it's a good excuse to cycle to Rotterdam now and then. This is called Superbrain. I also shared a short about that as well, and also the video. So it's quite interesting assistive technology to be seen at these conferences. Of course, in the morning, get a coffee at Lot 61 and go to work. The office is located next to Central Station, so luckily, even though it is in Rotterdam right now, the location is quite nice. And the office is also pretty great, I have to say. It's called CIC Rotterdam, and there's a lot of different startups and small companies located on the 4th floor. In the weekend, Suzanne and I visited my parents, and there's a design outlet there, so for furniture. But even though there's a discount on them, you still spend about 5-6k for a couch, which is not too great. And then on Monday 11th of November we had our own event called Inclusive Innovations. Woke up early in the morning, had to prepare a lot of things for this event, and it ended at about 7 p.m. So the day after there's this innovation market from Den Haag Werkt, which is an organization who focuses on people with a labor market disadvantage. So there I also had to show how the Envision glasses work, because there were some people with that either had low vision or were totally blind. So this was the month after our honeymoon. Although I was quite occupied with work, it was really great to catch up with friends and family, talk about the honeymoon and the wedding, but also finally get back to our routine when it comes to cycling, working out, and changing some interior things that we always wanted to do. That's it for now. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.